1940s. By this time, Lincoln pennies had been in circulation for about 40 years since they first appeared in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1949 Lincoln penny features the classic design by Victor David Brenner, with the familiar Lincoln portrait on the obverse and two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent on the reverse, giving it the iconic wheat penny name. But while it may look like a common coin from its era, several unique factors make the 1949 Lincoln penny special today. Over 217 million Lincoln pennies were minted in 1949 across the three main U.S. mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While these numbers sound high, finding a 1949 Lincoln penny in exceptional condition is incredibly rare. The passage of time, combined with circulation, has worn down most coins from this era, meaning that those in pristine condition, especially in higher mint state grades, are incredibly valuable. So why is this penny worth up to $35,000? Like many collectible coins, it all comes down to rarity and condition. Collectors and investors look for coins with minimal wear and crisp details, especially in high-grade mint states, like MS-67 or MS-68. The best preserved examples are extremely rare, and the value goes up exponentially as the grade improves. In fact, some of the top-graded 1949 Lincoln pennies have fetched tens of thousands at auction, with serious collectors eager to get their hands on these pristine examples. Another contributing factor is the red coloration classification. Lincoln pennies can be classified as red, RD, red-brown, RB, or brown, BN, depending on their copper color. The brightest, most vivid red pennies from 1949, due to careful preservation and lack of exposure to elements, are the ones that can command prices in the five-figure range. This is because they're both visually stunning and incredibly rare. So, how can you tell if your 1949 Lincoln penny is worth a small fortune? Here are some key points to keep in mind. Coins in the highest grades like MS-67 or MS-68 are much more valuable. Take it to a professional coin grader if you suspect it's in great condition. If your penny has that rich red color, it's more desirable than those with darker, brownish tones. Although not as famous for errors as some other years, any kind of doubling on the date or mint mark could increase the value. As of today, the 1949 Lincoln penny can range widely in value. Average circulated coins might fetch just a few cents or dollars, depending on their condition. But higher grade, mint state versions can command prices from hundreds to even $35,000 if they're at the very top in grading. This wide range highlights the importance of knowing what to look for. In fact, the current market demand for rare, high-quality pennies has kept prices strong, with collectors and investors alike on the hunt. If you're considering buying or selling a 1949 Lincoln penny, here are some tips. Higher grade coins have a big price difference. Services like PCGS or NGC can verify and protect your investment. Auction prices can sometimes vary and reflect real-time demand, especially for top-quality examples. So there you have it. The 1949 Lincoln penny might be small, but it has a big story and an even bigger value if you're lucky enough to find the right one. From its historical background to the factors that make it valuable today, this penny is a true gem for collectors. Whether you're looking to add to your collection or just curious about the hidden treasures in your pocket change, keep an eye out for that shiny copper penny from 1949. Thanks for watching, and remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay updated on more videos like this. Have you checked your pocket change lately? You might have a valuable penny just waiting to be discovered. Hey there, coin enthusiasts! The go-to spot for deep dives into rare coins and hidden treasures that could be worth a fortune. Today, we're unlocking the fascinating story of the 1964 Lincoln penny. Yes, that little coin you may have in a jar could be worth far more than just a cent. While most 1964 pennies are worth a few bucks, rare, high-quality ones have fetched up to $18,000 at auctions. So, what makes this little coin so valuable? Stick around as we dig into the details. The Lincoln penny was first introduced back in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner. It was the first American coin to feature a real historical figure and quickly became iconic, representing Lincoln's legacy. Brenner's design showed Lincoln's portrait on one side, while the wheat stalks, later replaced by the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, adorned the reverse. Fast forward to 1964, and we're right in the middle of an important era for U.S. coins. But what makes the 1964 penny unique? In 1964, the U.S. Mint faced a shortage of coins, leading to an increased demand for pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. To meet the demand, the Mint produced a huge number of pennies, over 2.6 billion. So, why would any 1964 penny stand out in a crowd of billions? The answer lies in condition and errors. Asterisk. Most 1964 pennies you come across are heavily circulated, with lots of wear and tear. However, some were preserved in pristine, untouched condition. Coins in mint state, meaning they look brand new and are nearly flawless, are incredibly rare. That's where the value spikes. A high-grade 1964 penny with a nearly perfect surface can sell for up to $18,000. So, if you've got a 1964 penny in your collection, be sure to check its condition closely. Besides condition, errors are another key factor that can boost a 1964 penny's value. Error coins happen when something goes wrong during the minting process, like a doubled die, where the date or lettering appears doubled, or an off-center strike, where part of the design is missing. These minting mistakes are highly sought after by collectors because they're one of a kind. Some of these error coins have fetched thousands of dollars. Visuals, auction footage, or websites like Heritage Auctions and PCGS showcasing high-priced Lincoln pennies. Let's talk about market value. While most 1964 pennies are only worth a few cents, mint state examples or those with errors can fetch impressive prices at auctions. Recently, a flawless 1964 penny sold for $18,000. Coins with minor wear may still be worth hundreds of dollars, especially if they're in high demand with collectors. Checking the latest auction sites like Heritage Auctions or grading services like PCGS and NGC will give you a good idea of what your penny might be worth. Step-by-step guide on inspecting a penny with a magnifying glass. Asterisk. So, how can you tell if your 1964 penny is valuable? Here's a quick checklist. Look for any signs of wear. Coins in perfect or nearly perfect condition are the most valuable. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubled lettering, off-center strikes, or other unusual details. Professional grading can help determine your coin's exact condition. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC with a high mint state level, like MS66 or higher, are worth the most. 1964 pennies might seem like ordinary coins, but they're part of a fascinating era in U.S. minting history. For collectors and enthusiasts, they represent a hidden gem that could be worth thousands if you know what to look for. Who knew that a simple penny could hold such value? So check your change, check your collections. You might have a treasure waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin-related content, and share your thoughts below. Have you found any valuable coins lately? Let us know. We'd love to hear about it. See you in the next video. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into the world of a small but powerful coin, the 1968 Lincoln penny. You may have heard of rare pennies worth a fortune, but did you know this 1968 penny could be worth up to thousands of dollars? Stick around to uncover the fascinating history, key features, and what makes these coins so valuable in today's market. And if you're holding on to some old pennies, it's time to check them carefully. One might just be your golden ticket. Let's take a trip back to 1968. The United States was experiencing a time of transformation, and these changes were reflected in everything, including our currency. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909, was still one of the most widely used coins in America. In 1968, however, this small coin saw a few noteworthy changes that make certain versions exceptionally valuable today. 1968 was also a significant year because, after a brief hiatus, the San Francisco Mint started producing coins again. For collectors, this means that 1968 pennies come in 3 mintmarks: the D4 Denver, S4 San Francisco, and no mintmark for Philadelphia. Each mint produced different quantities, and some of these coins have hidden characteristics that boost their value significantly. Now you may be wondering, what makes a penny from 1968 worth as much as $35,000? Great question! The answer lies in a few factors: rarity, condition, and most importantly, errors. Error coins are like the golden goose for collectors. In the case of the 1968 Lincoln penny, several types of errors can make these coins extremely valuable. These include double dies, where the image appears twice due to a misalignment in the minting process, and repunched mintmarks, where the mintmark was stamped more than once. Coins with clear double dies on Lincoln's face, the date, or the mintmark can easily fetch thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars in top condition. Let's break down some of the most sought-after varieties of the 1968 penny and what they're worth today. This version of the 1968 penny, minted in San Francisco, can show doubling on Lincoln's profile or the date. Prices for a double die can vary widely based on the strength of the doubling and the coin's condition. A coin in near-perfect condition can be worth upwards of $20,000. Coins with the D mintmark from Denver that have a repunched mintmark are also popular with collectors. Depending on the clarity of the repunching and the coin's state, these coins can sell anywhere from $100 to several $1,000s. For collectors looking at regular 1968 pennies, a coin with a high grade from PCGS or NGC in uncirculated condition can still bring in a significant price, sometimes several $100s for pristine examples. So, what about the current market value? As of today, a 1968 Lincoln penny in exceptional condition with significant errors, like a double die or repunched mintmark, can be worth as much as $35,000. Prices for coins can fluctuate, influenced by trends, demand, and even the economy. A coin with an authenticated error can increase in value substantially. Alright, now that you know what to look for, let's go over a quick checklist so you can spot one of these valuable coins at home. Asterisk: if you see an S or D mintmark, you might have something special. And remember, any repunched mintmark could mean big bucks. Asterisk: examine the date and Lincoln's face with a magnifying glass. Doubling can often be subtle, so don't rush. Coins without wear, no scratches, dings, or discolorations, are more likely to fetch high prices. Coins authenticated and graded by professionals are easier to sell at high values. So, should you hold on to your 1968 penny or sell it? That's up to you. Coins like this one may appreciate even more over time, especially if it's a rare error coin. However, if you're ready to cash in, there are plenty of auction houses and online platforms where you can sell to eager collectors. Either way, make sure you get the coin professionally graded, and always sell through a trusted platform. Thanks for joining us on this journey through coin history. If you enjoyed learning about the 1968 penny and want to see more videos on valuable coins, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to your channel name. Let us know in the comments if you have a 1968 penny, and if so, whether you're holding on to it or ready to sell. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and happy treasure hunting, where we dive into the fascinating world of coins worth more than you might expect. Today, we're uncovering the story of a seemingly ordinary penny that's got collectors buzzing, the 1972 Lincoln cent. This isn't just any penny. This tiny coin could be worth thousands of dollars, and its unique features and rich history make it one of the most intriguing coins in American numismatics. Title screen: The 1972 Lincoln penny, a $1 million treasure? Asterisk. Let's travel back to the early 1970s when the Lincoln penny was more than just spare change. This penny might look like any other, but it holds secrets that make it highly valuable. The 1972 Lincoln penny has caught the attention of collectors for one major reason: its doubling effect. This rare feature has turned it from a 1-cent coin into a collector's dream worth thousands of dollars. But what's the story behind it? Let's get into the details. The 1972 Lincoln penny is famous for its double die error. If you've never heard of this before, a double die is an error that occurs during the minting process when the coin's die, used to stamp the coin, strikes twice at slightly different angles. This double image creates a doubling effect on certain areas of the coin, like the date or the inscriptions. In the case of the 1972 Lincoln penny, you'll notice distinct doubling on Liberty and the date 1972 on the obverse side. This doubling effect is a striking visual feature and makes the coin incredibly rare. It's estimated that only a small percentage of 1972 pennies were struck with this double die error, making it a major target for collectors. Now you might wonder, how much is this error worth today? Let's talk value. In the 1970s, collectors began discovering these double die 1972 pennies, and the demand has steadily grown since. Originally, a 1972 double die penny could fetch a few $100s. But as time passed, its rarity and popularity soared, sending prices up. Today, a well-preserved 1972 double die penny in high-grade mint condition can command prices over $35,000. That's a huge leap from just a single cent in value. For those lucky enough to stumble upon one of these, the payout can be extraordinary, with some selling at auction for even higher amounts, depending on its condition. So what makes a 1972 penny valuable, aside from the double die? Like any rare collectible, its value depends on the coin's condition, or grade. Coins in pristine, mint state condition are worth significantly more than coins with scratches, wear, or discoloration. And believe it or not, even a small scratch can drop its value dramatically. For example, an MS-65 grade, meaning a coin in near-perfect condition, can go for around $1,000, while a top-quality MS-67 specimen can sell for upwards of $35,000 or more. Even lower-grade double-die pennies, though, can still fetch several $100s if they're authentic. That's why a professional coin grading can be incredibly beneficial if you think you have one of these rare pennies. So you may be wondering, how do I know if my 1972 penny has the double die error? Well, here's what to look for. First, check the date. In a genuine double die error, the 1972 should appear doubled, and this is noticeable to the naked eye in some cases. Look closely at the word Liberty to see if the letters are doubled. If you notice a shadow effect or clear doubling on the letters, that's a strong sign. You'll often see doubling here as well. Look especially at the letters I and we. Clear doubling on these letters is another marker of authenticity. Beyond the double die error, the Lincoln penny itself holds a special place in American history. First issued in 1909, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a historical figure, honoring the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln cent quickly became one of the most iconic coins, and collectors love it not only for its design but also for its history. The 1972 penny is just one of many Lincoln cents that carry unique features, but the double die error makes it especially valuable and collectible. Each of these pennies is like a little piece of American history, capturing a moment in time, and owning one feels like holding onto a small, yet meaningful, part of our past. If you're thinking about getting into coin collecting or already have a stash of old pennies lying around, now might be a good time to start checking them for rare features. The market for collectible coins, especially era coins, is thriving. With collectors paying tens of thousands for rare finds, it's no surprise that the 1972 double die penny continues to attract attention. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with a few old coins in a jar, remember that these pennies are still out there. Check your change, visit local coin shops, or attend coin shows. You never know when you might stumble upon a valuable piece of history. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the 1972 Lincoln penny. Who would have thought that a 1-cent coin could be worth so much? If you enjoyed learning about the history and value of this special penny, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on valuable coins and collectibles. And let us know in the comments if you have any rare coins in your collection. Stay tuned for more treasure hunts through history, and until next time, happy collecting! Hey, coin collectors and treasure hunters! Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating piece of American coinage, the 1976 Lincoln penny. Not only does it represent a slice of American history, but some of these 1976 pennies have become incredibly valuable, fetching up to $2.1 million at auctions. That's right, a single penny worth millions. How does a penny become worth millions? It's all about rarity, mint errors, and a bit of luck. Stick around as we break down why this 1976 penny could be a golden ticket for collectors worldwide. Let's take a journey back to 1976. It was a big year in the United States, celebrating the bicentennial of American independence. The penny, however, didn't feature any special designs to commemorate this milestone like other denominations. But even though the 1976 Lincoln penny didn't bear any specific bicentennial marks, it has earned a place in history in another, more mysterious way. This penny was minted in large quantities across the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. But out of the millions of pennies made that year, a few unique specimens have become some of the most valuable Lincoln cents in existence today. Let's explore why that is. So, what makes a 1976 Lincoln penny worth millions? The answer lies in a few rare qualities. A 1976 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, what's known as an MS-68 or higher grade, is incredibly rare. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC use rigorous standards, and the highest graded coins are often the ones that sell for top dollar. A 1976 Lincoln penny that reaches such high grades can easily attract collectors looking for the very best examples of this historic coin. Then, we have mint errors, which are like finding treasure in the coin world. Double dies, off-center strikes, or issues with the metal planchet make the coin unique. In some cases, these errors can make a penny worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars. Rarity is always a major factor. Though the U.S. Mint produced many 1976 pennies, few were preserved in mint condition, which makes them harder to find at the highest grades. And remember, only a handful of these have the unique combination of being well-preserved, high-grade, or containing a rare minting error. So, if you're wondering how a penny goes from pocket change to a multi-million-dollar collectible, it's often thanks to competitive auctions. Collectors with deep pockets bid against each other to secure the finest specimens for their collections. Just imagine, your old penny could attract an auction that skyrockets its price to $2.1 million or more. In today's market, a 1976 penny in average circulated condition is generally worth its face value, about 1 cent. However, an uncirculated or error-free 1976 penny can command impressive prices. Here's a breakdown. A 1976 Lincoln penny in high-grade condition, MS-67 or above, can sell for hundreds, sometimes thousands, of dollars. But if you've got a top-tier grade or an error, the value skyrockets. And it's here that some special 1976 pennies are fetching over $2.1 million. Imagine finding one of these ultra-rare pennies in your old coin jar. It's worth checking your collection or even starting a new one. Who knows? That little penny could turn out to be a jackpot. So, how can you spot one of these valuable 1976 Lincoln pennies? First, check for any noticeable errors, like double dies or off-center strikes. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the details closely. High-grade condition is key. If your penny looks uncirculated and has sharp details, it might be worth sending to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Finally, if you think you have a high-grade specimen, it's worth having it professionally appraised. An MS-68 or MS-69 grade can make all the difference. So there you have it, the intriguing story of the 1976 Lincoln penny. Whether it's a high-grade specimen or a rare mint error, this coin could be a hidden treasure worth millions. Be sure to check your change, and maybe, just maybe, you could be holding on to $1 million coin. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Don't miss out on the next exciting discovery, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're talking about a piece that's stirring up a lot of excitement in the coin collector world, the 1980 Lincoln penny. Would you believe that this little 1-cent coin is now valued at over $3.17 million in the collector market? Let's find out why collectors are willing to pay so much for a penny from the 1980s. So, if you've got a jar of old coins lying around, you might want to take a closer look after this video. First, let's dive into a bit of history. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, has been in production since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. But the 1980 version has an interesting backstory. By this point, the U.S. Mint had switched from a copper composition to a copper-plated zinc base, making the coin cheaper to produce. However, 1980 was a transitional year, with copper prices affecting production, leading to rare mint errors and unique conditions. In 1980, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies, but only a tiny percentage of them were struck with unique errors or perfect conditions that make them valuable today. Most pennies from this year are common and worth only face value, but a few specimens have become worth a fortune. Why? It all comes down to mint errors, high-grade condition, and, of course, collector demand. So, what makes certain 1980 Lincoln pennies worth so much money? The key factors are the coin's grade, its mint error, and its rarity. Most of the million-dollar Lincoln pennies from 1980 were rated as mint state or proof coins, meaning they'd been preserved in nearly flawless condition. This coin has no visible wear and retains its original mint luster. Another reason is the mint error factor. Some 1980 Lincoln pennies were struck with unusual features, like double die errors, die cracks, or off-center strikes. These errors are rare, but when they happen on a high-grade coin, it adds a unique factor that collectors crave. And there's one more thing: rarity. Despite being mass-produced, very few of these coins have survived in top-grade condition, and even fewer have those highly sought-after mint errors. So, when a perfect specimen pops up at an auction, it becomes a hot item. Let's get into the current market value of this coin. Believe it or not, collectors have driven the price of the 1980 Lincoln penny to over $3 million. The exact record sale price is $3.17 million for one of these pennies in pristine, MS-70 grade condition. Why are collectors willing to spend so much on a single penny? For many, it's the thrill of owning a piece of numismatic history, a coin that's truly one of a kind. It's also an investment, as these coins tend to appreciate in value over time. The 1980 penny, with its error types, brilliant condition, and historical significance, has become a treasure. Some collectors say it's like having a piece of art or a rare gemstone. And that's a huge factor in why these coins are valued in the millions. Alright, here's the big question. How can you spot a valuable 1980 Lincoln penny? First, grab a magnifying glass or loupe and check the coin's condition. The penny will have minimal or no scratches, a sharp strike, and ideally, no signs of wear. If you see doubling on the date or on the words Liberty or In God We Trust, that's a big indicator of a valuable error coin. Next, check for off-center strikes or unusual features. Some collectors have found coins with filled die errors or small die cracks that add to the penny's uniqueness. These subtle differences make a huge difference in market value. If you think you have a valuable 1980 Lincoln penny, get it graded. Organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can evaluate and authenticate your coin. Grading can make a big difference in the value, as professional certification gives collectors confidence in what they're buying. So, let's say you find one of these rare, high-grade 1980 pennies. Where can you sell it? There are several options, from auctions to online coin marketplaces and even private sales. High-end auctions are the best way to get top dollar, as they attract serious collectors with deep pockets. Platforms like Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, and even eBay have seen coins like this skyrocket in value. And remember, once these coins are graded, their value can keep increasing. Some collectors are already predicting that the 1980 Lincoln penny will continue to climb in value, especially as more people get interested in coin collecting and as high-quality specimens become even rarer. So there you have it, the fascinating story of the 1980 Lincoln penny, a coin once worth just 1 cent that's now making headlines as a multi-million-dollar collectible. Who would have thought could carry so much value? If you're into coin collecting or just getting started, keep an eye out for these hidden gems in your pocket change or old coin jars. You never know what might be hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and the hidden value of pocket change, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Have you ever found a rare or unusual coin? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep searching and happy collecting. Would you believe that a penny from 1982, something many of us have overlooked, could be worth over $359,000 today? Yes, you heard that right. A penny that's just over 40 years old has skyrocketed in value, turning collectors and enthusiasts worldwide on a relentless hunt for this tiny treasure. To understand why the 1982 Lincoln penny holds such high value, we need to look at what made this year unique in U.S. coin history. First, let's step back and look at the history of the Lincoln cent itself. Since its debut in 1909, the Lincoln penny has been an iconic symbol in American coinage, featuring the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and, until 2009, the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. For decades, pennies were made almost entirely of copper. But in the early 1980s, the U.S. Mint was under pressure to cut production costs. Rising copper prices were making it too expensive to continue using copper for 1-cent coins. So, in 1982, the Mint switched from copper-based pennies to a cheaper copper-coated zinc material. This change made 1982 a key transitional year for the penny, leading to various fascinating varieties. The switch to zinc wasn't the only unique feature of the 1982 penny. In fact, there were 7 different varieties of the Lincoln penny minted in 1982. Here's a breakdown of these variations. Early in the year, pennies were still made of copper, but later in the year, production switched to copper-coated zinc. This material difference is one major factor collectors hunt for. Another key variation in 1982 is the design difference between large date and small date styles. The difference is subtle but significant, with collectors being able to distinguish the two by examining the shape and thickness of the numbers in the date. So why does this matter? Well, these varieties led to the creation of one of the most sought-after coins in U.S. history. Out of the 7 varieties, one stands out as incredibly rare and valuable: the 1982 small date copper Lincoln penny. This penny was struck at the Denver Mint and is the only known example from that year made in copper with the small date design. Here's what makes this coin worth over $359,000. In 2017, one of these rare 1982 small date copper pennies was discovered and authenticated, quickly grabbing the attention of collectors. The discovery of this penny was extraordinary because, by all accounts, the Denver Mint should have been striking small date pennies only in zinc that year. When it went up for auction, its rarity was so great that it sold for a jaw-dropping price, making it one of the most valuable Lincoln pennies ever discovered. Today, the 1982 small date copper penny is valued at around $359,000. The demand for this coin has been consistent, driven by its historical significance and extreme rarity. In fact, even if you own other 1982 copper pennies or zinc varieties, they can collectors. But why has the price stayed high? It's simple. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare coins with unique backstories. The 1982 small date copper penny is seen as an American treasure in numismatics, a symbol of rarity and accidental history that may never be repeated. Now you might be wondering, do I have a rare 1982 penny sitting around in a jar? Here's a quick guide to checking if your 1982 penny might be a rare one. The 1982 small date copper penny was minted in Denver, so look for the D mint mark just below the date. If you have a penny without the D, it was minted in Philadelphia, which means it's likely not the rare type. Examine the style of the date. Small date and large date pennies can be told apart by looking at the 2 and 8 in 1982. Small date pennies have thinner, more delicate numerals, whereas large date ones have thicker, bolder numbers. Copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams, whereas zinc pennies are lighter, weighing 2.5 grams. A small date penny with the D mint mark that weighs over 3 grams might mean you have a rare copper version. If you think you have a match, consider having your penny professionally authenticated. Certification from a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC will be essential if you hope to sell it at auction. The 1982 Lincoln penny is a remarkable piece of history, embodying a unique transition in American coinage that ended up creating one of the most valuable pennies ever. Whether you're a collector, investor, or just someone who loves a good mystery, the 1982 D small date copper penny continues to captivate the world of numismatics and beyond. So next time you come across a penny, take a closer look. You never know what treasures might be hiding in plain sight. Who knows? You might just be holding on to a piece of American history worth a small fortune. Today, we're talking about one of the most exciting and valuable Lincoln pennies ever, the 1984 Lincoln penny. If you're into rare coins or just love the thrill of finding hidden treasure, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's dive into what makes this penny so unique and how it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars today. The Lincoln penny has a long, rich history. First introduced in 1909, this iconic coin honors the memory of President Abraham Lincoln. Since then, it has been minted in numerous forms and designs. The 1984 penny was released as part of the Memorial Cent series, which featured the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side, a design that ran from 1959 to 2008. 1984 was an interesting year for the Lincoln penny. While the design itself didn't change, something unexpected happened during the minting process that would later make a small number of these pennies extremely valuable. Errors in coin minting can create what's known as a die variety. These are rare versions of coins that, due to a mistake in the minting process, appear slightly different than intended. And one of the most famous varieties for the 1984 penny is known as the double ear variety. Now, what makes this coin special is this tiny detail, an extra line or doubling near Lincoln's ear, almost as if he has a second ear lobe. This happened because of a misalignment in the dies, the metal pieces used to strike the coin designs. The error creates a small, barely noticeable raised section next to Lincoln's ear, which is exactly what makes this penny so unique and valuable. Now, you might be wondering, why would anyone pay thousands of dollars for a tiny error? Well, in the world of coin collecting, scarcity is key. The double-ear 1984 Lincoln penny is rare, and because of that, collectors are willing to pay a premium. In 1984, these pennies were released into general circulation, so a few people actually found them in their pocket change. Over the years, coin collectors discovered the value of this double-ear variety, and it quickly rose in demand. Nowadays, if you find one in mint condition, it could be worth as much as $40,200. Prices for this penny vary depending on its condition. Average circulated versions might only bring in around $100, but an uncirculated or pristine double-ear penny has been auctioned for as much as $40,200. This price jump is all about the coin's grade and condition, with the highest values going to coins in mint state, the closest to a fresh off-the-press condition. Alright, so if you're going to start hunting for these pennies, here's how to identify a 1984 double-ear Lincoln penny. First, you'll want to grab a magnifying glass or a coin microscope. Look closely at Lincoln's ear. If you see an extra line or small bump just below or beside his earlobe, you may have found one. Remember, it might be hard to spot with the naked eye, so a little magnification goes a long way. And if you're not sure, it's always a good idea to have the coin evaluated by a professional coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC. They'll grade your penny and authenticate it as a true 1984 double-ear variety, adding to its legitimacy and market value. So, let's say you've hit the jackpot and have a 1984 double-ear penny. How do you sell it for top dollar? There are several options for selling rare coins. Some people choose online marketplaces like eBay, but to get the best price, you might want to go through a reputable auction house that specializes in rare coins, such as heritage auctions. These platforms can connect you with serious collectors willing to pay premium prices for verified double-ear Lincoln pennies. Remember, if your coin is in mint condition, it could attract some pretty hefty bids. So, make sure it's cleaned, graded, and authenticated for the best chance of cashing in. Isn't it amazing to think a simple penny from 1984 could be worth over $40,000 today? This just goes to show the hidden value in everyday items, and the power of a little curiosity. Who knows? You might have a small fortune sitting in your penny jar right now. From a simple minting error to an invaluable treasure, the 1984 double-ear Lincoln penny captures the thrill of coin collecting perfectly. So, next time you get a penny back in change, take a second look. You never know what treasures you might uncover. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of rare coins, make sure to subscribe to channel name and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more valuable coin secrets. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Hey, coin collectors and history buffs! If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because today we're diving into a penny that's more valuable than you might expect, the 1985 Lincoln penny. Not only does this little coin have a fascinating history, but one of these pennies could be worth a whopping $33,000, or even more. Sounds unbelievable, right? Stick around as we uncover what makes the 1985 penny so special and why it could be sitting in your coin jar right now. Let's go! The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909, has a long and rich history. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, and its creation was a tribute to the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. Since its debut, this 1-cent coin has undergone various changes in design, mint marks, and composition. But one thing has remained constant: its significance in American coinage. Fast forward to 1985, a year that marked an interesting point in the history of the Lincoln penny. The United States Mint produced millions of these coins, but what makes the 1985 penny so intriguing is the specific mint mark, the D, signifying that it was minted in Denver. But unlike most other pennies, this one holds the potential for massive value due to a rare and very specific error. So, why is this coin worth so much? Well, let's get into the exciting part, the error. While most 1985 pennies are worth just their face value, some of them have a very rare and valuable mistake. These errors occur when there is a misalignment during the minting process. Specifically, the 1985 penny in question features what's known as a double die error. A double die occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned during the production process, causing the design to appear doubled. In the case of the 1985 penny, this error affects the obverse, or front, of the coin, particularly the words Liberty and In God We Trust. The doubling is subtle but clear to those with a trained eye. Finding one of these 1985 pennies with the double die error is incredibly rare, and it's what gives these coins their astounding value. As of recent sales, these error coins have been known to sell for as much as $33,000, and in some cases, even higher. Now let's talk numbers. The current market value of a 1985 Lincoln penny with the double die error can range drastically. For a penny in average condition, you might expect to see prices around $33,000. But in perfect mint condition, well, that could skyrocket into the six-figure range. For example, in 2018, a well-preserved 1985 double die penny sold for just over $33,000. There have even been cases where the price was pushed higher due to the coin's near-perfect condition and provenance. So, if you happen to find one of these rare pennies in your pocket change, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Asterisk. Now you're probably wondering, how can I tell if my 1985 penny is worth $33,000? Let me give you some tips on spotting the error. First, you'll need to closely examine the Liberty and In God We Trust inscriptions on the obverse. The double die error creates a slight but noticeable doubling effect. Look for the faint shadow of extra lettering. Sometimes it's most visible in the T of Trust and the Y in Liberty. The doubling isn't always easy to spot unless you're looking for it, so a magnifying glass or a coin loop can be really helpful here. Also, keep in mind that the condition of the coin matters. A coin in great shape, especially one with sharp details and little wear, will fetch much more than one that's been worn down over the years. The 1985 Lincoln penny, while just one in a series of millions, stands out for its unique error and the subsequent high demand among collectors. The fact that such a small error can lead to such a huge payout shows just how important attention to detail is in the world of coin collecting. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, keep an eye out for those pennies from the 1980s, especially the 1985D. Who knows? You could be looking at a small fortune right in your pocket change. So, to recap, the 1985D Lincoln penny with the double die error could be worth $33,000 or more, depending on its condition. If you find one, make sure to have it properly authenticated and graded, as its value can vary greatly. If you're a collector, this is a coin you definitely want to keep an eye out for. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin tips, history, and stories. Have you ever found a rare penny in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep collecting, and who knows, you might just have $1 million penny on your hands. Hey, coin enthusiasts! Imagine finding a penny that's worth more than just a cent, a penny that collectors and hobbyists prize so much, it's valued at up to $39,000. That's right! Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1988 Lincoln penny, a coin with a surprising story, unique errors, and a legacy that makes it one of the most valuable in circulation. So, grab a cup of coffee and let's discover the hidden history behind this small yet mighty penny. Before we zoom into the 1988 Lincoln penny, let's look back at why Lincoln pennies are such a big deal. First minted in 1909, the Lincoln penny was created to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. It was the first American coin to feature a real person and instantly became a collector's favorite. The penny's design has seen a few changes over the years, but Lincoln's iconic profile has remained constant. So what makes the 1988 penny so special? At first glance, it may seem like any other penny, but here's where the plot thickens. 1988 Lincoln pennies were minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and were primarily made of copper-plated zinc. Unlike the classic copper pennies, this material made them lighter, and zinc was used to keep production costs down. Now, let's talk about why some 1988 pennies can be worth a small fortune. One key reason lies in a rare mint error known as the wide AM and closed AM varieties. Normally, the letters A and M in America on the reverse side of the penny are close together. But for certain 1988 pennies, these letters are spaced further apart, creating what's known as the wide AM error. These wide AM pennies were actually produced using dies meant for 1992 pennies, a mix-up that went unnoticed during minting. It's this type of mistake that gets collectors excited, because it's rare, unintentional, and makes the coin stand out among millions of regular 1988 pennies. So, how rare is it to find a 1988 penny with this wide AM? The answer is very rare. Most 1988 pennies have the standard closed AM configuration. Experts estimate only a few thousand wide AM versions were accidentally minted, making them highly sought after. It's a classic case of rarity meeting demand, driving up the value of this coin on the market. Now for the part you've been waiting for. How much is this penny worth today? In average condition, the 1988 penny usually has a face value of, you guessed it, 1 cent. But if you have a wide AM version in uncirculated or near mid condition, it could fetch you around $39,000 at auction. Prices vary based on the coin's condition, demand, and where it's sold, but these 1988 wide AM pennies are consistently valuable. Even in lower grades, they're worth significantly more than a regular penny. You might be wondering, why do collectors care so much about a penny error? It's all about the story. The wide AM error tells a tale of minting quirks, unintended changes, and the thrill of discovering something special hidden in plain sight. For collectors, it's a perfect example of a modern-day treasure hunt. Think you might have a 1988 wide AM penny? Here's how to check. Flip your coin over and examine the America inscription on the back. If the A and M are clearly spaced apart, you might just have a valuable coin in your hands. But remember, every scratch and blemish counts, so handle it with care. Proper handling and preservation are essential to keep the coin's value high. Use a coin holder or airtight case, and avoid touching the surface directly, as oils from your skin can cause damage over time. If you're ready to part with your 1988 wide AM penny, there are a few ways to sell it. Online auction sites like eBay, coin dealers, and major numismatic auctions are great options. Remember to get an appraisal from a reputable source, especially for high-value coins, to ensure you're getting a fair price. The 1988 Lincoln penny may look like just another coin, but as we've seen, it's anything but ordinary. This small copper-coated gem holds a story of rarity, intrigue, and the thrill of discovery. Who knows? Maybe you have a hidden treasure sitting in your change jar right now. So next time you see a penny, take a closer look. It might just change your life. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more exciting coin stories. Imagine stumbling across a simple penny worth $76,500 today, and potentially much more in the future. But what if I told you that it was just an ordinary 1991 Lincoln penny? In today's video, we're going deep into the story, history, and market value of this particular coin, unveiling why a penny like this can fetch such a surprising price in auctions. Let's start with the basics. The 1991 Lincoln penny, also called a 1-cent coin, was minted in the United States and is part of the Lincoln Memorial series. On the front, it has the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, which has been the hallmark of these pennies since 1909. The reverse side of the 1991 penny features the image of the Lincoln Memorial, a design that ran from 1959 to 2008. This penny is made of copper-plated zinc, a shift that happened in 1982 when the U.S. Mint stopped using solid copper due to rising copper prices. The new composition saved money, but it also made these pennies lighter and somewhat less durable. Chart comparing the pre-1982 copper penny composition with the 1991 copper-plated version. Asterisk. 1991 might seem like just another year in penny production, but it holds a special place in U.S. coin history. By 1991, the U.S. Mint had perfected the copper-plated zinc design, making these pennies highly uniform. However, even with technological advancements, some rare and valuable errors and unique traits emerged. Transition to historical footage of 1991 events and briefly highlight milestones in U.S. history, setting the scene for the coin's year. Asterisk. 1991 was also a unique year because it marked the tail end of the Cold War, and the U.S. economy was on the verge of a recession. These socio-economic factors impacted the nation and also the popularity of coin collecting. But there's more to this year's penny than historical context. So, what's the big deal with the 1991 Lincoln penny? How did it go from pocket change to auction treasure worth over $76,500? Well, here's where things get exciting. Asterisk visual. Show footage or animations of a penny being minted with explanations of possible errors. Asterisk. Errors are the holy grail in coin collecting. Some 1991 pennies have minting errors that make them stand out. For example, double die errors, where the design appears doubled, are extremely rare but sought after. The 1991 penny also has occasional off-center strikes, giving it a unique, misaligned appearance. In the coin world, condition is everything. The 1991 Lincoln penny can sell for such a high price only if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition with a high-grade rating. Coins that receive a mint state rating from grading organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, are the real moneymakers. Now let's talk dollars. The current market value of the 1991 penny in mint state is around $76,500, and that's for a high-grade version. But here's the kicker: it could sell for even more in the future. As collectors seek out rarer and high-quality coins, the price is expected to climb. At auctions, 1991 Lincoln pennies with specific era varieties have fetched huge sums. For instance, high-grade coins with the double die error are extremely rare, making them a dream find for collectors. In fact, Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have seen these coins go for anywhere from $50,000 to over $100,000, depending on the condition and specific traits. So, how can you spot a 1991 penny that might be worth thousands? Here's a quick checklist for you. Display checklist with each bullet point highlighted as it's read. Asterisk, 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 look for doubling, off-centering, and other anomalies. The coin should be in nearly perfect, uncirculated condition. Scratches, dents, and other imperfections can lower its value. Send your penny to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can substantially increase its value. Use a protective coin holder to keep your coin safe from wear and oxidation. The better its condition, the higher the potential value. Even if you don't find any errors, a 1991 penny in high mint state condition can still fetch you a good price. So, keep those pennies safe. As the demand for rare coins rises, the value of the 1991 Lincoln penny is expected to keep climbing. The thrill of collecting isn't just about the monetary value. It's about holding a piece of history in your hands, a time capsule of American culture. If you have a 1991 Lincoln penny, give it a second look. You might just have a piece of history worth thousands. And who knows? Someday, that penny might even reach a value of $1 million. Don't forget to subscribe for more rare coin insights and let us know in the comments. Have you ever found a rare penny in your change? Did you know that one of the coins you might have in your pocket could be worth over $200,000 today? That's right. This seemingly ordinary 1994 Lincoln penny has collectors across the country hunting for its elusive features, as this penny's value has skyrocketed to a staggering $204,000. So, what makes it so special? Let's dive into the fascinating history, rarity, and everything you need to know about the 1994 Lincoln penny that could make you a fortune. The Lincoln penny has a legacy that dates back to 1909. Celebrating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin was the first U.S. coin to depict a real historical figure, with Lincoln chosen to commemorate his role in uniting the nation. But the 1994 penny has a story of its own, intertwined with modern minting practices, slight variations in materials, and the perfection of die-making processes. By the 1990s, the Lincoln penny had gone through several redesigns and updates, but the 1994 penny remained part of the Lincoln Memorial series, featuring Lincoln's iconic portrait on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Yet, some 1994 pennies are far from ordinary. They contain rare mint errors and unique characteristics that make them highly valuable in today's collector market. There are a few factors that can turn a regular 1994 penny into a high-value collectible worth over $200,000. The most valuable 1994 pennies are typically error coins, which contain mistakes or unique features made during the minting process. Let's go through the main factors that add value to these pennies. Some 1994 pennies have doubling errors, where certain features like Lincoln's profile, lettering, or the date appear doubled due to a misalignment during striking. This doubling can be subtle, but it dramatically increases a coin's value. Another known error for the 1994 penny is the broad strike error, where the coin is struck outside the collar, making it appear larger and with blurred edges. Coins in exceptional condition are much more valuable. Coins graded MS67 or MS68, mint states close to perfect, are extremely rare and have been sold for thousands of dollars. For example, an MS68 1994 penny can fetch up to $204,000. Coins with this grade display sharp details, no scratches, and a stunning luster that make them highly prized among collectors. Proof coins, which are struck multiple times for a sharp finish, often hold higher values as they are typically made for collectors rather than for circulation. If you come across a 1994 Lincoln penny proof with errors or in perfect condition, you're looking at a truly rare piece. The 1994 Lincoln penny is in high demand on today's market, with some of these rare error coins selling for as much as $204,000. Depending on its condition and error type, most of these valuable coins sell between $1,000 and $50,000 at auction. but those that are top graded by the PCGS or NGC with unique error features can reach the six-figure range. Online platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Stax Bowers frequently showcase 1994 pennies that can start bidding at a few $100s and quickly climb into the thousands. Keep in mind, though, that values fluctuate, and the current market can be influenced by factors such as coin popularity, rarity, and the demand among collectors. Want to know if your 1994 penny could be the one worth thousands? Here's a checklist to help you spot the features of a valuable 1994 penny. The 1994 penny was struck in both the Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark, mints. Generally, the rarest and most valuable pennies will be error coins regardless of the mint, but it's still good to check. Use a magnifying glass to spot doubling on Lincoln's profile, date, and lettering. Look out for any misalignments or unusually broad strikes. A pristine, high-grade penny with little to no wear can be valuable, even without errors. Coins graded MS67 or MS68 by a professional grading service have the highest potential value. Consider professional grading. If you think you have a rare 1994 penny, consider having it graded by a professional grading service, like PCGS or NGC. Grading helps verify its condition and authenticity, making it more attractive to serious buyers. Who would have thought that a single penny could be worth thousands? The 1994 Lincoln penny has proven that sometimes the most valuable treasures can be hidden in plain sight. So next time you're sorting through your change, take a closer look. You never know, you might just have a piece of history worth over $200,000. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos about valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Here's a comprehensive script for a YouTube video about the 2000 Lincoln penny, its history, value, and why certain coins from that year are highly sought after. Asterisk, are you sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it? Asterisk, imagine digging through your change jar and finding a penny, not just any penny, but a 2000 Lincoln penny worth nearly $1 million. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 2000 Lincoln penny, its history, unique characteristics, and why a single penny from that year could fetch an astounding $9, $10, $200 on today's market. Let's get started. Asterisk, the Lincoln penny has been around for more than a century. Asterisk, first introduced in 1909 to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, it became an American classic. The 2000 Lincoln penny belongs to the Memorial Reverse series, which featured Lincoln's image on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. This design was introduced in 1959 to honor Lincoln's lasting legacy and ran until 2008. Asterisk, but what makes the 2000 penny so valuable? Asterisk, after all, billions of pennies are produced each year. The answer lies in its unique variants, minting errors, and certain rare qualities that make a handful of these pennies worth an absolute fortune. At the start of the new millennium, the U.S. Mint was focused on creating coins that would represent the future while preserving classic American designs. The 2000 Lincoln penny was produced at both the Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, marked DE mints. The Philadelphia Mint alone produced a staggering 5.5 billion pennies, while the Denver Mint produced 8.5 billion. Given this massive production, it seems unlikely that a single 2000 penny could be rare, but that's where minting errors come in. Coins with errors, especially pennies, are highly collectible. The 2000 Lincoln penny has several key errors and variants that make it a valuable find for collectors. A famous error on the 2000 penny is the wide AM reverse. This occurs when the A and M in America on the back are more widely spaced than usual. This type of error was supposed to be used only for proof coins, but a few found their way into circulation. The wide AM is a small detail, but one that can make a big difference in a coin's value. A double die error on the obverse side of the coin can increase its value. This error occurs when the coin's design appears to be doubled due to a misalignment in the minting process. Look closely at Liberty and In God We Trust. A doubled effect here can indicate a valuable 2000 penny. Off-center strikes and other striking errors are common among older coins but rarer in modern ones. If you find a 2000 Lincoln penny with an off-center design or uneven edges, you might have a valuable error coin on your hands. Why would someone pay over $910, $200 for a single penny from 2000? It all comes down to rarity, demand, and condition. Only a few 2000 Lincoln pennies have the wide AM, double die obverse, or other rare errors, making them highly desirable to collectors. In coin collecting, rarity is one of the biggest factors in determining value. There's a growing fascination with modern rarities, coins from recent decades that have unexpected value. The Lincoln penny is a beloved coin among collectors, and finding valuable variations from recent years as exciting coin condition is crucial in the collector's market. Coins graded as MS67 or higher by the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS), which stands for mint state, are in exceptional condition, with almost no visible marks. Higher grade coins sell for much more because of their pristine state. If you think you might have one of these rare 2000 pennies, here's what to do next. First, inspect your penny for the wide AM error or any doubling on the lettering. Use a magnifying glass to get a close-up view of these details. Even the slightest doubling effect or extra spacing can indicate a valuable error. If you suspect you have a rare or valuable penny, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Grading services will authenticate and grade your coin, providing a certificate that can significantly boost its value and ensure its authenticity for future buyers. Search recent auction results to see what similar 2000 Lincoln pennies are selling for. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections offer past sale prices, giving you a better idea of what to expect if you decide to sell. While most 2000 Lincoln pennies are worth face value, the rare ones have fetched astounding sums. In recent years, pennies with the wide AM, high grades, and unique errors have sold for prices anywhere from $1,000 to over $900,000. The current record for a 2000 Lincoln penny is an impressive $910, $200. This jaw-dropping sale proves that even seemingly ordinary pennies can hold extraordinary value. So, what if you're lucky enough to find one of these valuable pennies? Here are a few steps to ensure you get the most out of it. Authentication is essential. Grading services will certify its condition and value, which reassures buyers and raises its market price. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions or online platforms like eBay are popular choices for selling rare coins. Each has pros and cons, but auctions can often drive up the price if multiple collectors are interested. To protect your investment, set a reserve price to ensure you don't sell for less than you'd like. Many sellers are now promoting their rare coins on social media to attract buyers. Sharing your find on coin collector forums, Instagram, or even creating a short video can spark interest and help increase the sale price. And there you have it. The 2000 Lincoln penny might be one of the most surprising treasures in modern U.S. coinage. Who would have thought a humble penny could fetch nearly $1 million? So, the next time you're sorting through change, keep an eye out for that 2000 penny. You might just strike it rich. Hey coin enthusiasts, today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Lincoln pennies, specifically the 2018 Lincoln penny, which is making waves in the numismatic world for being worth almost $1 million. That's right, a penny that was minted just a few years ago, in 2018, is now estimated to be worth around $938,000. But what makes this coin so valuable? Why are collectors going wild over it? And could there be a hidden fortune hiding in your change? Let's get into the history, what sets this penny apart, and how it reached such a staggering market value. The Lincoln penny has been a staple in American coinage since 1909, the year it was first minted to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, this coin became the first U.S. currency to feature a real person's face. Over the years, the Lincoln penny has gone through several design changes, but it remains one of the most popular coins for collectors. In recent years, however, some Lincoln pennies, like the 2018 D, have skyrocketed in value, way beyond their 1-cent face value. The D on the coin indicates it was minted in Denver, which, alongside Philadelphia, produces millions of pennies annually. So, what makes the 2018 D Lincoln penny so special? Well, it turns out that not all 2018 pennies are equal. This year marked a notable time in minting quality for Lincoln pennies. A handful of these coins were struck with extraordinary detail and precision, making them stand out to collectors. Due to a fortunate combination of rare minting conditions and flawless preservation, some 2018 D pennies emerged as perfect coins. For a modern penny, that level of quality is exceedingly rare. Pennies like these, especially in pristine, uncirculated condition, are graded very high by organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, which has greatly influenced the market price. So, why nearly $1 million? Well, the 2018 D Lincoln penny we're talking about today is graded at a very high level. This means it's in superb condition with no scratches, marks, or wear, almost as if it came fresh from the mint yesterday. High grades like this are extremely rare, even for newer pennies. Collectors know that quality and rarity drive value. A small number of 2018 D pennies with perfect grading have reached auction prices as high as $938,000, and that's why this particular coin has captivated the market. For those new to coin collecting, let's briefly talk about coin grading. Coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless specimen. This 2018 D penny falls close to that perfect rating, which is astonishing for such a recent coin. This coin's near-perfect grade and brilliant red luster make it highly desirable. Because so few exist in this condition, demand among collectors has skyrocketed, pushing its value into the hundreds of thousands. So, does this mean you might have a 2018 D penny worth nearly $1 million? While it's not impossible, it's incredibly unlikely unless your coin is in top condition with perfect detail and no visible wear. If you do come across a 2018 D penny that seems to be in perfect shape, your best bet is to have it professionally graded. Who knows? Maybe you have a hidden treasure on your hands. Right now, the market value of the highest grade 2018 D Lincoln penny is around $938,000. However, like any collectible, the price can fluctuate depending on demand, the number of collectors, and the economy. But for now, this 2018 D penny remains one of the most valuable modern pennies in circulation. If you're serious about coin collecting or just starting out, remember to handle your coins carefully and store them in a safe, climate-controlled environment. Keeping a coin in mint condition is key to preserving its value. Protective cases, like those used by grading companies, can go a long way in preventing any scratches or wear. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 2018 D Lincoln penny worth $938,000. It's a testament to the fact that even the most ordinary-looking coin can hold extraordinary value under the right conditions. As always, happy collecting, and who knows? Maybe one day you'll find a piece of history hiding in your pocket change. Did you know that a penny minted just a few years ago in 2019 could be worth a life-changing $245,000 today? That's right, we're talking about one of the rarest and most valuable Lincoln pennies in recent history. If you're holding onto your pocket change, you might want to take a closer look because that penny could be worth more than a house. In today's video, we're going deep into the story of the 2019 Lincoln penny, why it's so valuable, and what you should look for in these coins. Let's dive in! The Lincoln penny has been an iconic piece of American currency since it was first minted in 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. For over a century, these coins have been a staple of U.S. currency, depicting America's 16th president on the obverse and showing various designs on the reverse. Now, the 2019 penny holds a special place among these coins because of its historical and symbolic value. The 2019 penny commemorates the 110th anniversary of the Lincoln cent and was also one of the first years that the Philadelphia Mint began using special minting techniques to enhance quality. What really makes this coin extraordinary is its rarity in specific variations and grades. While most 2019 pennies won't make you rich, there are some that can be worth a fortune. The key here is in their grading and specific characteristics. Coins graded at the highest levels by professional coin grading services, such as MS-68 or MS69 by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NG-Care. What really drives the value? These grades reflect coins in near-perfect condition, free from any scratches, discoloration, or imperfections. And remember, out of the millions of 2019 pennies produced, only a tiny fraction reach these nearly flawless grades. But beyond condition, certain error coins and variations are what truly catch collectors' eyes. Double die errors, for example, can dramatically increase a coin's value, especially on coins as recent as 2019. Today, the 2019 penny can be worth up to $245,000. So, what factors drive this price? First, condition is king. If a 2019 penny is in pristine condition and holds a high-grade rating, that alone could bring in thousands of dollars. The second factor is rarity. Although millions of 2019 pennies were minted, very few were preserved in top-grade condition, making these coins even rarer and thus more desirable to collectors. Another factor is market demand. Many collectors view Lincoln pennies as foundational pieces, and when there's demand, prices soar. For coins in top condition, especially with desirable errors or double dies, collectors are willing to pay top dollar, sometimes reaching six figures. So, what should you look for if you want to find a valuable 2019 penny? Let's break down some of the characteristics. Look for a D for Denver or an absence of a mint mark for Philadelphia. As we mentioned earlier, pristine condition is essential. Coins graded at MS68 or MS69 are where the real money is. Check for any double dies, specifically on the obverse where Lincoln's profile is. Other errors, like off-center strikes, are also highly sought after. If you find a 2019 penny with any of these characteristics, it's worth having it professionally graded, as even minor errors can increase its value significantly. As of now, a perfect condition 2019 Lincoln penny is valued at around $245,000 in the highest grades. However, the values of collectible coins can fluctuate over time based on demand, economic conditions, and collector interest. Over the past few years, we've seen an increasing trend in the market for collectible pennies, with values rising as collectors seek to complete their sets and acquire these rarities. This current surge in the coin collecting market could make the 2019 Lincoln penny even more valuable in the future, so now might be the time to check your pennies. If you think you have a valuable 2019 penny or any rare coin, preserving its condition is essential. Avoid touching the surface of the coin, as oils from your skin can affect its grade. Store it in a protective case, ideally in a cool, dry place. Once you're ready, consult a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, who can authenticate and grade the coin. When you're ready to sell, consider listing it at a reputable auction house, where collectors will compete for rare, high-grade coins. This is the best way to maximize the coin's value and find the right buyer. Who would have thought that a penny from just a few years ago could be worth nearly $250,000? If you've been curious about coin collecting or you've been hanging on to your loose change, now's the perfect time to check your pennies. You never know, that spare change could turn out to be a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin. And as always, keep looking, you might just have a fortune waiting to be discovered.